7 terrifying extinct creatures to have ever walked the earth. Megalodon. This 59-foot-long shark had massive 7-foot-wide jaws containing 5 rows of about 276 compressed, blade-like teeth that were built for cutting and grasping even the most powerful prey. The body shape of the megalodon is likely very similar to a larger and much more robust great white shark. If the megalodon exhibited ambush hunting behavior like the great whites, it would have taken prey by absolute surprise from below and made precision strikes to immobilize its prey with an unbelievably strong bite. Fossils evidence of the teeth marks found on whale vertebrae suggests that the megalodon was an extremely active predator of large whales. Their teeth were built with a type of structure that wouldn't crack so easily, even if they hit bone. Dunkleosteus. This 33-foot-long armored fish that came from the Devonian era lacked teeth, but its jaw was said to contain razor-sharp protrusions of bone that it could easily use to pierce and cut through its prey. These bones would grow continuously, and as they did, the edges constantly rubbed together with those of the opposing jaw, acting as a set of very own self-sharpening shears. This would ensure that their fangs were always ready to chomp into any armored prey like arthropods, ammonites and other fish. This 4-ton monster fish patrolled coastal waters and could easily snatch prey up by opening and closing its jaws within a matter of 50 to 60 milliseconds. Helicoprion. The mystery of this seemingly bizarre fish starts with a very weird fossil and several attempts to figure out what this was and how to classify it. Helicoprion had puzzled paleontologists and ichthyologists for almost over a century. Up until 2013, the only remains of this creature were from a fossilized whorl of teeth. With the later discovery of some more portions of a jaw, the location of this creature's buzzsaw-like teeth were finally determined to fill its lower jaw. Strangely, it had no upper teeth, which meant this creature could disgustingly gum and bite you simultaneously. The jaw would close, rotating the teeth in a backwards motion, almost like a circular saw blade. The Helicoprion likely fed on the soft bodies of squid as well as other cephalopods. Arthropleura. This is certainly not something you would ever want to see crawling around the woods when you're out for a hike. The Arthropleura was an 8.5-foot-long millipede from the Carboniferous era, and even though it was herbivorous, it still has a certain fear factor. Just because this creature won't try to eat you doesn't prevent it from being spine-chilling while it scuttles about. Fossil trackways have also been discovered, showing that the Arthropleura could move and maneuver rather quickly, undulating its hundreds of legs in rhythm to absolutely nauseate and disturb anyone watching. Smilodon. This famous saber-toothed cat once lived in North and South America during the Pleistocene epoch. It was around the size of the modern tigers and lions but with massive upper body strength that it used to easily wrestle its prey to the ground. It would then use its serrated, almost 11-inch long fangs to give a terrifying bite to the throat or a single stabbing wound to the lungs of its unfortunate prey. Either way, if the Smilodon ran you down, those extremely long teeth would easily puncture your skin and sink down into your flesh. While its bite may have been much weaker than that of modern big cats, it still makes for a rather terrifying creature. Leviathan melvillei. The Leviathan melvillei was named both for the infamous sea creature Leviathan from the Old Testament and for the author Herman Melville. Livyatan melvillei is closely related to modern sperm whales like Moby Dick and once lived during the Miocene epoch. It was about 44 to 57 feet long and had an astonishing 10-foot long skull that housed nearly 14.5 long teeth. These are the longest teeth that have ever been used for feeding known from any animal, extinct or alive. They fed on the large prey at the water's surface, including other whales. This whale reportedly became so large as it was competing directly with Megalodon for food. Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is said to be one of the most spectacular and horrible creatures that has ever walked the earth. It had an unusually elongated skull, much like a crocodile, as well as a snout filled with about 64 straight, conical teeth. Evidence suggests that this creature was semi-aquatic, so there was nowhere to escape from this fish and dinosaur-devouring living being. The Spinosaurus is currently the largest of all known carnivorous dinosaurs, even reportedly larger than the T-Rex and Giganotosaurus. The Spinosaurus had elongated neural spines that ran along its back, creating an odd sail-like structure that made it look even larger and much more terrifying.